Hello everyone, welcome back to more Summer Experience 619. Booyaka booyaka. That's right, we're here to start. Rey Mysterio is here and in Dubai.
Happy birthday to me.
Happy birthday to my brother and Rey Mysterio, even though 619 is not his birthday. But anyway, we're here to continue on. I did the thing off. There's nothing story related. It was just me fighting a bunch of dudes. Now let's continue on where we were with the story. Section 9, Desert Dubai 2, Queen and Camel. You see, there are plenty of dates for everyone. Go on, don't be shy. Dates are a staple here, just as they are in my homeland. They're made by drying out date palm fruit. Of course, there may be no need to tell you about them, since I'm sure you've all had them many times before. My point is merely that you're free to eat as many as you like. I'm quite fond of them too. Mmm, delicious. Agreed, this simple sweetness and texture reminds me of a dry persimmons. I could eat these all day. No, it's too bad Burgers couldn't come with us. Indeed, I suppose it just goes to show how seriously she takes her daily exercise routine. She should remember to work on her arms. We need bigger or Bargus arms. I'm on the pro camp of loving Bargus and also thinking that she should have massive muscular arms. Dubai Sports Gym, Desert Region Branch. Look at those arms! Just like, look! Come on now. Up, up. That's it, you're doing great. But I think it's time for a break. Your muscles should be feeling the burn pretty well by now. I can't stop here. My summer duty is the protection and preservation of nature. I must remain in top physical form. You really do take this seriously, huh? Seems I shouldn't be using the usual metrics for someone like you. Alright, time for the hard course. Let's find out where your limits really are. Give me another set. Absolutely. You know you have the makings of an excellent master. Cool. Such unwavering commitment to her principles. She is a true guardian of nature in the desert, in every sense of the word. She can be a little too earnest at times, but I would still love to have someone like her as a general in my army. So what happened with Mole after that? Hee, don't worry, we were more than fair. Once we've collected her fines, we'll arrange a legally binding contract with her and have her run a bank for us. The only problem was that her money lending operation wasn't legally authorized. As long as everything is above board, there should be no issue. There's no denying how high the cost of living is here. And when customers are trying to decide what to buy, well, the more choices the better, right? She was happy to agree, said it beat just sticking around a jail cell twiddling her thumbs. I can't tell if you're being magnanimous or devious. This desert feels a little different from my homeland, but it's still a fine desert indeed. So as a queen, it is incumbent upon me to enjoy this desert and ensure it remains peaceful. And economic stability is a critical component of peace. This is why I have brought the Queen of Sheba in to serve as my financial administrator. She has been a great help in that department. Yeah, well, I do know a thing or two about making money in the desert. What do I know about the rumored beast? I have been vigilant, however, I have not noticed anything strange thus far. If we did have to contend with a beast, we would not have had time to concern ourselves with a loan shark. See. Then I guess there are no other problems out here in the desert, huh? I don't know if I would say that. Why, is there a problem? Not exactly, it's more of a request I have for you, though I confess one I am embarrassed to make. Good point, if anyone's up to the task, it'll be Master and her crew. Indeed, you see, we have been holding a camel races to help drum up business. Camel races, right, I remember now. In the Middle East, they tend to race camels instead of horses. Do you think there's camels in Uma Musume? That's right. I read about them as well. They're quite popular here. No kidding. We do not take bets, but we do offer prize money, and of course the jockey's honor is on the line too. They are very engaging to watch. At any rate, we have received word that some jockeys will be unable to participate in the next race. Their reasons are understandable: a sudden illness, a camel injury, things of that sort. Whatever the reason, we now need to fill. How many slots are we missing now? 3, I believe. Right. We need to fill 3 slots. I'm hoping you might be willing to do so yourselves. You are well known around here, and having skilled competitors in a race will make things more fun for the spectators. I know this is quite a lot to ask, and so suddenly to boot, so I certainly will not demand you claim first place. Though, of course, if you do manage to place high, you will be rewarded accordingly with prize money. I see. That does sound like a great way to have fun in the desert, as much for riders as for spectators. Speaking for myself, I prefer ocean of water to seas of sand. I will enjoy this from the stands. Sounds fun, but I don't have a camel. I don't suppose I could ride my own steed, could I? Oh sure, that would be perfectly fine. My camel race is special, you see. Anyone who has a horse or mount of their own is free to use it. I then use illusions and perception blockers to make them seem like they're riding camels. So anything goes then. In that case, could I compete with my city mechanisms? A whole city is probably pushing it. A car? Sure, but I can't really allow something to enter a race if it's too big to even qualify as a vehicle. Damn. Well, I suppose a city my size could cross this desert in a single step, so it wouldn't be much of a race. Hold on, if we can use any kind of regular-sized vehicle we like, wouldn't anyone driving, say, a car or a rocket ship have a huge advantage over anyone riding an actual camel? Don't worry, I've got that all covered. Whenever I cast the illusion that makes your ride look like a camel, I also apply a modifier that converts it to camel speeds. I guess when you think about it, it's more of a curse, really. At any rate, the modifier ensures that every racer moves at the velocity their vehicles could have if it was a camel. Which means that everyone gets to enjoy a fair, pulse-pounding, super darling camel race. All that said, I'd really rather races competed with a camel, wherever possible. That's great, then my steed and I can race after all. We're gonna go so fast. Come to think of it, don't you have a camel of your own now, Zufu? Who, me? Well, I guess I did spawn one when I got this swimsuit Spirit Origin. No idea why, though. Really? That's perfect, then you simply have to compete. I always love meeting darling new camels, Starry Eyes. Damn, talk about pushy. If I had to choose, I'm actually more of a sailor than a jockey, you know. Alright, if Nikitch and Zufu are going to compete, that just leaves one more slot. Why don't you take it, Mash? You should have no trouble thanks to Sir Galahad's riding skills. I suppose, but isn't that also true for you, Percival? Well, yes. But on the matter of enjoying camel races, the jury is still out as to whether it is better to spectate or participate. Besides, if you do it, you and Master could team up and race together. And since this is more of a festival event where it doesn't much matter who wins, then arguably the best way to enjoy it is to take part in it. I'm sure you'll have much more fun if you do so with Master than by yourself. You can absolutely ride tandem if you like. Camels carry 2 people at once all the time. I actually was thinking it'd be nice to ride a camel. I don't know, I've never given the thought about riding a camel. You too, Master. I didn't expect you to be so interested. Still, I'm afraid we don't have a camel ourselves or even anything that could use it in place of one. Oh, if that's all, I can just rent you one from my special flock. I have plenty to go around. Well, letting Master have a truly relaxing vacation is one of our main objectives, so I guess. Alright, I'll do it. I'll compete in the camel race along with Master. Heh. So you're going to be one of my opponents. Now I'm really excited. Damn it, why'd I have to get stuck with some random-ass camel in the Spirit Origin? Well, if you two are competing too, then I won't have to worry about trying to win. I don't care about races, so if you only need me to fill a spot, I'll just plod along at my own pace trying not to get injured. Besides, if I'm going to be riding my camel anyway, there are other things I'd like to do while I'm at it. Wonderful, then I'll show you to the starting line. We'll begin the race once all the jockeys are ready. So I suggest you take this time now to... A moment. Are you three planning to race dressed as you are? Yes. Why? Is that a problem? I suppose it's not my place to say anything, but you should know that around here, people can be criminally punished for unchaste behavior. So I advise you to pay close attention to your appearance and be careful not to dress inappropriately. Staring wordlessly at the pot, calling the kettles black. I mean, yeah. Yes, it is. Zenobia has maybe the most insane outfit of anything. That bottom half of it is still kind of insane that they put it on there. I think there's, a certain amount. If I were to make a tier list of the units I'm most afraid of putting in as cover units, it's BB Dubai, and then it's actually Zenobia's like number 2, because it's really not that much. That's really not that much outfit. I wonder who would be the top one. Passion Lip is definitely big up there. And then for some reason, it's Sherazade and Nidocris, but that's because they're one of the few units that actually caused a thumbnail to go down. Which I still take umbrage against, because I thought that there was nothing wrong with that thumbnail compared to some of the other thumbnails I put up by accident. Anyway. Alright folks, this is it, the moment you've all been waiting for. I'm Miss Jaguar Mura, your resident famously beautiful jungle idol who for some reason prefers doing play-by-play at this table. And with me to provide color commentary is the race's own executive producer, Shibanyan. Thanks for having me. I'm mainly here so I can watch my adorable camels giving their all from the best seat in the desert. So don't expect much from me. That's our Shibanyan for you. I wish I could finagle a job where I get paid whether I worked or not. Anyway, please give us the rules. Of course, they're very simple. Every racer must start at the race on their camel. And whoever first crosses the finish line after passing through all the checkpoints is the winner. Racers may not attack another racer's camel. They may, however, attack each other. So please feel free to enjoy a bit of battling while you race, but keep it within reason. Ooh, baby, that's the kind of talk that gets the Jaguar Warrior's blood pumping. And now let's introduce the racers. Here they come. Contestant number 1, who else is Queen Zenobia? I never said I wouldn't compete myself. I'm quite a talented rider of horses and camels. Do not hold back. Give me only your best. Contestant number 2 is none other than our very own master and Mashkiria Light. Thank you. I'll do my best. Master, I know you're already riding the camel, so you can get used to it as quickly as possible. But could you maybe try waving to the spectators a little? Nope, sorry, I didn't realize camels were so big. You could also use the thing that makes that big boom sound. I'd kind of like to hear it myself. If you mean the war conch, I'm afraid I don't have it with me right now. Maybe next time. Phooey. Oh, by the by, our introductions are starting with the more normal contestants first, so keep that in mind. That is a fancy fucking camel. I have never seen a camel quite like that. Next contestant, number 3, Zufu, the terrifying summer Fearmancer. Hi, I'm just here to fill an empty spot in the lineup. If any of you are thinking of placing bets on me, I strongly encourage you to reconsider. Not to worry, here gambling is a criminal offense. Oh, okay. Anyway, I'm just gonna do whatever, so there you go. Next up, contestant number 4, registered to some random camel owner, is Robot Jockey. Robot Jockey? Oh, I read about these when I was studying, so they really are using one. Wow. Makes sense. Lighter jockeys have a significant advantage. Huh, reminds me of the Servantverse surrealism. Our next contestants are all using camel substitutes. First up, contestant number 5, the assassin from the north. Even now, I still can't tell if she's a fellow cat or not. Dobranya Nikic. Haha. I'm going to have so much fun. Remember, I used my spell to change your mount's appearance and restrict its capabilities. So don't expect your camel to take to the skies in this race. These next two I'm going to introduce together since they seem to be rivals. Contestant number 6, Madame Carmilla. Contestant number 7, Takeda Harunobu. Only agreed to participate in this race because I was told I could show off my machine's true capabilities. I don't know if I'll ever get used to driving across the desert on something that looks like a scarlet camel. And I thought we were here to provide which red sports car is the fastest. Seeing my Kurokumo transformed into a camel gutted me. Still, appearances aside, my faithful horse turned car turned camel isn't about to lose. He'll be eating the Takeda camel's dust soon enough. Yeah, confident, aren't you, little boy? Do hold tight to that confidence, or this phantom thief will steal it and your honor from right under your nose. Ho ho, you've got guts challenging a Takeda. I look forward to seeing what you're made of, Phantom Thief. Remember, even cars are restricted to camel equivalent speeds, so you can have a fair competition with all the other jockeys too. And last, but certainly not least, we have an unusual contestant who will be running the race himself. Oh, what did they do to my boy? What have they done to you? This is an abomination. Contestant number 8, the terrifying speedster of China, red hair. What? No, you got my name wrong. I'm Blue Boo, snort. Oh, oops. Must have been a mistake on your entry form. Sorry about that. Take 2. Red Camel. No, Blue Boo. I took the liberty of casting my illusion directly on the contestant in this case. I hope you don't mind, sir. Not at all. If word got out that such a renowned figure as myself was taking part in this race, it could cause panic in the streets. You simply did what had to be done, nay, hey? And that's all our contestants. Yes, these are the 8 racers who will be competing for your viewing pleasures today. Who will be the one-crowned camel speedmaster when the sand settles? Stay tuned to find out. All right, is everyone ready? Then here we go. This is like the most fucked up game of Mario Kart that I've ever seen. Well, now that we're underway, guess there's only one thing to do. Come forth, imaginary lady you. Is that her stand? Oh hey, Zufu, riding a camel, huh? Seems like fun. Okay, sure. Go on then, take me with you. Yes, my lady, believe me, I would love nothing more. Ah, so happy right now. If only this moment could last forever. Alright, now that this trip is guaranteed to be a treasured memory for me and imaginary Lady You, I'll just have to make sure our trip to our destination is as safe and luxurious as we were on our honeymoon. Woo! Robot jock. Somehow the robot jockey is not the craziest thing here. Looks like one of our contestants is already off in her own little world, but that should be entertaining in its own way. We're really just racing for fun out here, so as long as everyone's enjoying themselves, the rest doesn't matter. Whoa, that didn't take long. The racers are closing in on each other. Looks like we're about to see some contact. We'll be showing you live video footage of each likely clash as they occur. And don't worry, everyone. Thanks to my spell, it may look like the contestants are fighting a typical battle, but they're actually all being very careful not to harm the camels, even as they get in each other's way. Thank God, no camels were hurt. What about red hair, though? He is the camel. What happens then? I'm gonna have to find out soon enough. I need to be set. Okay, so I need mash. Okay. I need mash. Okay then. If that's the case, then I'll probably just go all damage C's then. And then the other one to set here is someone with an event bonus, probably. Bring in... I'll bring in BB. So why not? And in terms of this one, I think I probably should go, yeah. Something like that. There we go. Hello, Lucifer. He looks on. Oh, there's red hair, so he's the first thing. At least they didn't put the camel thing on him here. Now it's time to run. Increase critical strength for yourself during normal quick attacks. Okay. Go there. Let's go here. Give her the full rundown. There we go. I mean, they should be enough to kill red hair like immediately. Probably didn't even need to go this hard, to be honest with you. Okay, 2 racers. Let me see. Increases damage taken, MP generation upon taking damage from arts cards, and this person is also arts card. Okay. Well, that's perfect because I have nothing but arts cards. Go there. Bonk, bonk. Bonk, bonk. The galactic dunk. You just sneeze, Lucifer? Bless you. Here's Zenobia and Nikitch. It's gonna be really funny when it turns out, oh shit. When Zufu ends up winning this. I'll go here. Mash to give a tiny attack boost. Yeah, check out my big ass shield. Then take this. Crunch this. Take the giant BB rocket. Nice, bond level up. continue on the race, even though I've literally attacked all the other racers but one. Your red hair, alright. I'm still impressed by just how strong and fast you are. You're definitely a tough opponent, even as a camel. But that doesn't mean we're gonna lose. I can just keep... I was just about... whoa. That doesn't mean we're gonna lose. I can just about keep up as long as I make good use of my Knight of the Round Table horsemanship. As I keep reminding everyone, I'm Lu Bu. And while I'm at it, I have a question. Why do you refuse to look me in the eye? If I didn't know better, I'd think there was something wrong with my face. No, still not looking him in the eye. Sorry, red hair, but looking away is our only option here. Behold, Lu Bu from behind. The worst position you could be in for any kind of thing. Now from the side. Trying desperately not to crack. Coward. Coward? I don't know what you're talking about. Who but Lu Bu could fly across these sands? They did call me the Flying General, you know. While I, Lu Bu, will always enjoy galloping across grassy plains. There is also something to be said about running through the dry winds of a desert dunes. Let's keep this pace up. I just realized I no longer see the road signs. Oh, this must be the cunning trap, the Shimenduya. Sorry, but no. Yeah, this cat thinks you got so caught up in enjoying your run, you didn't even notice you'd left the course. Huh? When did I end up surrounded by wild camels? Hold on, I can't run with you sticking so close to me. You must be fans of mine, no? I'm happy to sign autographs, but I need you to form an orderly line first. What is going on with Lu Bu? I don't want to know what happened with red hair. Heh, not bad, little boy. I'm still just getting started. You underestimate the Takeda at your own peril. Now I'm seeing the camels that sound like hot rods, but they still just move at camel speed. Whoa, they're drifting on their camels. They're incredible camel jockeys. But isn't this the turnaround point? Yes, it is, and they both overshot it by quite a bit. It seems their rides have so much horse camel power that they struggle with tight turns. We can't hope to match their speed, but we can still compete by being smart about our route. Haha, I can see how you made a name for yourself in the north, Borogatir. Keeping up with me is no small feat, especially when you're not familiar with the desert. I'm used to navigating treacherous tundra. Compared to that, sand dunes are no big deal. And that's not all. We've caught up to them, Master, however. My whole goal for the summer is to enjoy myself. This race is no different. So I'm focusing less on winning and more on just having a good time. Oh, nicely done. I'm not about to pass up this chance to get in on the fun myself. Of course, I already expected as much. I've been looking forward to fighting you. It looks like we have another race battle on our hands, Master. Taking them both on and passing them is going to be tough. Alright, the front runner should be visible any second. Whoa, hold the phone, that silhouette looks like... I can't believe it. The first one to reach the goal is... the jockey? Robot jockey! Since he didn't get in anyone else's way, no one got in his way either. It looks like not having anyone paying any attention to him meant he could just run the race at his own speed. No, wait, by that logic, there's another camel still in the running. Me and Lady Yu together forever. It's Zufu! Apparently, she's just been going at her own pace this whole time, and none of the other contestants have even noticed her. Now, thanks to her employing the tortoise and the hare strategy, she's taken second place. It's pretty clear from the look in her eyes that she's still off in her own world, but it's like they say, the best place to hide a tree is in a forest. Maybe the best place to hide from reality is in fantasy. Oh wait, what's this? Oh, by the way, I can see Lord Jean Yu over there, so I'm gonna get going. Bye! Ah, Lady Yu, wait! Lady Yu! Who gets cucked in their own fantasy? Well, besides the guy in Rent a Girlfriend, apparently. Not that I've read it. Well, I've been holding in the best I can, but my imagination just couldn't hold out any longer. My Lady Yu is so perfect in every detail that it wound up too real. Huh? I guess that's fair. Unbelievable! With a surprise burst of speed, Zufu surges ahead to claim first place. The winner is Zufu! The person who won by doing nothing. See, I told you Zufu was winning this. Oh, I got a little prize there, even though it's not done. Woo! 1 million QP, let's go! Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Congratulations to all of you on a wonderful race. Now for the banquet to celebrate our contestants, our producers, and our spectators. Please enjoy the pleasures of the desert at night for as long as your heart desires. Yeah, woo, woo. Oh, and of course, we mustn't forget to celebrate the race winners. She's the true queen of tonight's festivities. I'm afraid we do not have any alcohol, but at least make sure she has her first pick of all our best meats. Yeah. Ooh. Congratulations on your victory. Heh. All I did was enjoy my imaginary date with Lady Yu. I might have lost, but I still had lots of fun. Me too. That was a wonderful experience. And it looks like Master enjoyed herself too. This gambit worked out great. Camel racing was already on our list of possible activities, so I'm glad to see you enjoyed it, Wacky. Though I was surprised to see you taking part in it yourself. We even got some prize money thanks to Zufu's win, so I'd say everything worked out. I couldn't see the whole race since I had some business to take care of, but I did see you cross the finish line. You all did great. What business was you doing? I knew this going in, but the desert really doesn't suit me at all. With so little rain or water around, I didn't have enough magical energy to make the small city-style motorcycle. I know what you mean. I miss being surrounded by water too. Not to say getting by is difficult here. It is nice that it's not too cold even now when the sun's setting. For a desert, the temperature doesn't seem to fluctuate all that much. I think it's because of the terrain. As I thought, there are some things you can't grasp until you experience them for yourself. I'm looking forward to enjoying an evening at the campsite in a comfortable desert. It looks like the food's ready too. That meat smells really good. I think I'll go get some. Better load up my plate too, since I'm still a growing boy. How much more do you need to grow, my guy? You're huge. Jacked, even. Of course, I see there are still mountains of dates to enjoy, as well as other sweets I'm not familiar with. My hopes are high. Then what are we waiting for? Let's take the queen up of her generous offer and enjoy the festivities. I just wish there was some good old-fashioned pirate rum to go around too. He just wants to get drunk. Typical pirate stuff. Hey, look, they're here too. Ooh. Yeah, we're here too. Shinsengumi. Where's Okita? They didn't invite Okita?
Enough room in Takeda's car.
Damn. These shish kebabs are great. I love nice simple dishes like this. Feels like the kind of thing you'd eat while off on an adventure. Seems kind of like peasant food, not a treat for royalty, but they are sure tasty. Something wrong, Monte? I was just thinking about how Rugario used to eat skewers like this all the time. Oh, Tony loves skewers. If I'm thinking that, then Rugario might be somewhere close by again. I've got to go look for him. Hope you find him, but you probably shouldn't run around holding a skewer like that. And now for some entertainment, starting with belly dancing. Yeah, shake
What else
that.
do you do?
Yeah, shake the shake the PNG, I guess. Next, I'll be doing a little fire dance of my own. Ha! Ooh, fancy. They put slightly more animation into doing it. Those trails the flames leave in the dark are beautiful. And now the finale. Perfect. Huh? I don't think you should be using the show for your own personal agenda. Yeah. Whoa, cool. This is fun, huh, Jing Jing? It's so sparkly and floaty and burny. More. Yay, dancing performance. It's beautiful. I love it. Thank you, Vitra, for showing up to the story event. Well, everyone, are you enjoying yourselves? Yup, and this barbecue is super yummy, too. Good. I'm glad to hear it. I tend to go to bed early, so just wish to check in before doing so. Queen of the Desert, I know I asked you this before, but you know how there's supposedly a beast somewhere around Dubai? You still don't have any idea how that might have happened or noticed anything else strange, right? No, unfortunately. However, I may have mentioned this before, but something does seem off. This is a good desert, there's no question about that, and yet I cannot help but feel there's something different about it. It may just be that, it is not the desert of Palmyra I once called home. But for some reason, it also feels like the difference runs deeper somehow. At least, that is how it seems at the moment. I apologize for being so vague. It may be that the race has me overly excited and that is throwing my senses off. You feel something is off. The opposite could be true. The excitement from the race could have sharpened your senses and helped you notice something you missed. If your instincts are telling you something, it'd be a waste to dismiss them out of hand. I didn't notice anything like that while I was racing, though I guess I did imagine Lady Yu so vividly that she might just show up in my dreams. How is that different from usual, you ask? It isn't! Wait for me, Lady Yu! Oh, speaking of dreams, have you guys been playing Hollow Dreams? Passionate is falling asleep. It looks like this fair lady has already set sail for Dreamland. So she likes to sleep even earlier than I do. Good. Do you have a ride back to your hotel? If not, I can arrange a car for you. Unless, of course, you would prefer to take camels instead. Ho 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 oh, ho ho.
Who does the job of getting passionate back up?
That was the question I was gonna ask, because that woman weighs like 2 tons, does she not?
Yeah.
That's a lot of woman to carry. Yeah, let's go, Queen and Camel, final one. But yeah, that's a huge woman. You can't just like pick that up. I guess Percival. Pick that up, Percival. And now the meeting of the people who are hiding things from Master report begins. Here's today's report. Mole seemed like a strong candidate, but it turned out she was only up to her usual tricks. So unfortunately, we didn't get much information from her. Yeah, I wish we could at least determine whether this happened naturally or if someone intentionally changed her. Honestly, if it's natural, I don't think there's much we can do about it. However, if it's intentional, then our top suspect is still... Yes, Bibi, the one who invited us here in the first place. I know it might be late to be asking this, but... Is it even possible to do what we believe she has? Do we know of any technique, spell, system, noble phantasm, or law that could turn someone into a beast? And does BB even have access to any such ludicrous methods? Methods, huh? Lip now awake. I don't know what they could be, but knowing BB, I wouldn't rule it out. She's basically always been a computer bug come to life, so I'm sorry, I wish I could say more. I wish I could say for sure. A computer bug come to life. What a scary thought. In fact, my earlier rampage was caused by a computer bug, munching on chocolate dates. I asked you to come too because I'm getting tired of keeping up this deception, so now that you're here, tell me this. What did you mean when you said I smell like the serpent verse? Exactly what I said. Exactly what I said. I smelled it on you. I don't know anything more than that. More questions are not what we need right now. Anyway, let's set aside how this could have happened for the moment. Should we look into BB again and see if she's responsible? Alright, I thought I might learn something if I talked to her, so I tried to contact her when I had some spare time. But she never got back to me. Again, I'm sorry I couldn't be more help. I can't even tell if our communication has been cut off or if she's closed it intentionally. When you stop and think about it, we really don't know anything. How did BB even end up ruling Dubai? Right, I just remembered there's something I wanted to say about this city. Its atmosphere feels strange, and I don't just mean BB's additions. There's something else, something I only realized now that we've been here for a few days. I see. So what have you noticed? Remember how Mole said she hadn't been able to perform her demon summon ritual? If she was telling the truth, then whatever is so strange about this world might have had something to do with it. Yeah, the more I think about it, the more I'm realizing this place doesn't seem normal. There's something that you'd absolutely expect to be here that I can barely sense. No, not just barely. I can't sense it at all. It's as though it just doesn't exist. What are you talking about? The scent of death. I'm the goddess of the underworld, so I can obviously sense the presence of death. But I can't pick up even the faintest whiff of death in this city. I don't know why that is or how it could have happened, but I can say this for certain. There's something strange about this city. So we still don't know whether BB is involved or how she could have done this if she is. Alright then, changing gears, I have a report of my own to make. This has been on my mind for a while now. There's something strange about this city. So today I decided to investigate further and see if I could discover what that was. Really? I've been so taken with this lovely modern city that what could be so strange about it? I'll come right to the point. There's been something off with the map this whole time. Take a look at this guidebook. I got it at the Dubai Mall. It covers Dubai's history, of course, but it also includes a map of what it looks like today. Yes, that's the same map we've been seeing since we arrived. What about it? Bluntly, it's wrong. I thought something was off from the start. No matter how I think on it, it just doesn't match with the map of Dubai I studied before we left. Not to say it's totally unrecognizable. It's little things like the topography not being quite the same, or certain buildings being swapped around. There's a plethora of minor inaccuracies. Maybe you're just misremembering. Not to mention, I know it's easy to forget, but we're actually in the year 2030 now too. Isn't it more likely that in time that's passed, things have just changed a bit from what you studied? That's possible, of course, but I'm not the only one who noticed these discrepancies. Think back when Passionlip was telling us about Dubai. She studied it just like I did, and there were moments when she was confused just like I was too. I think the difference between this map and what she recalled must have left her bewildered. Now that you mention it, I don't know anything about this supposedly absent scent of death, but I have thought there was something strange about this city as well. Like, most of the city is the same as what I studied, but there are some things that don't quite line up with what I remember. I figured I was just messing things up, like always, but now... Well, I suppose that's still very possible. That's still very possibly the case. That's still very possibly the case. Anyway, I just thought I would let you know. Anyway, things like that have been nagging at me for some time now. So today I decided to ask these two servants we ran into at the breakfast buffet this morning to investigate. I went to investigate the enormous tower we believed to be BB's stronghold. But the bounded field was so powerful I could not get close. The same was true for the plaza and the water fountain at its foot. I was afraid that might be the case, so it seems we really won't be able to get in unless we play by her rules. I accompanied Percival in a survey of the outer edges of the desert during the camel race. Oh, is that why you passed on our chance to participate in the race yourself? That was one reason, yes. I was looking for an opportunity to investigate the desert, and that seemed like my best one. I would have liked the race myself, but if I had, I wouldn't have been able to focus on anything else. At any rate, I'll get right to it. Neither Sir Kotaro nor I were able to find the edge of the desert. Whenever we tried, we encountered a kind of lost woods phenomenon which kept us running in circles. So even if they were to head across the desert in a straight line, there's no way for anyone to leave this Dubai. That's definitely not normal. No, it's not, but it's useful information. Now, there's one more thing we can say for sure about the oddities with Dubai. We will just need to keep it in mind. Of course, we still don't know anything conclusive to go on. So I'm hoping you two ninjas will continue to work for us as our safety net. Can we count on you to keep helping Master from the shadows? Indeed. Yes, of course. If things take a turn for the worse and something bad does happen, we will end it in the shadows before Master even notices so that she may continue to enjoy her vacation in peace. That is how a first-rate ninja operates. Of course, the best possible outcome of this is concluding the trip without anything unusual happening. It's still entirely possible that Ereshkigal's beast transformation was just a coincidence, and it would fade away on its own with no one the worse the for wear. Right. However, now that we've come this far, we can't afford to let our guard down. Tomorrow is the last day of our tour. Our job remains the same, and one aspect of it is to gather as much information as we can about beasts, so we can deal with this one properly and safely if it comes to that. If there's something strange with the city itself, learning more about that could be helpful. However, even if nothing further happens with this beast matter, we still have another order we must fulfill at all costs. We need to keep what we're doing for us here a secret from the others, and make sure everyone returns from this summer vacation refreshed and rejuvenated. Two different teams all doing the same thing, investigating each other. Special tourism quest has unlocked, which I will of course go into. Wait, is this the tourism? Yeah, there it is. I'll do that one, and then battle mash carry the light. Okay, and we will be back with more. That's it for today's video, though. Thank you very much for watching. We continue to move forward to getting to the end. It feels like we are actually approaching the end of this one. Let's see, how many arrows is the next one? 2 arrows, not bad. So join us tomorrow then, hopefully at least. Till next time, everyone. Peace out, and bye-bye.